And you're listening to BDE, Big Darien Energy. Big Darien Energy.
Hi, this is not a car conversation. This is a Barbie Trap House conversation. Big Darien Energy, big. That's it. I'm sitting here with Diego. I don't know his last name. We just met.
Luna, Luna,
Like the moon.
like the moon.
Shut the front door, little Bruja and a Luna. Okay, so Diego does porn.
No, I don't.
Okay, so
You should tell them about the live audience.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. We have a live audience behind us. This is the first time I'm doing something ever like this.
It's a little different.
A little different. I just met Diego for the first time today. He's a mutual friend of Azul, who's here, the live audience, and she's also Diego's marketing creator, director. So she introduced me to Diego, Diego is in the industry of WrestleMania here in San Diego. I don't even know.
Professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And Azul's brother actually is a professional wrestler. That's how we all got connected. And Diego has some really cool, funny stories that I can't wait to hear because I've been with him for probably like 6 hours now.
Is it 6 hours?
No, I don't think that. But we haven't really talked about anything or divulged into the conversation because I wanted to save it from him. Also, how Azul brought this up is because obviously I started OF. And then she was like, oh my gosh, I have a photographer who has shot porn before. So he would be perfect.
Like out of all the things, it was a porn thing.
Porn. I got you. You want to take good content? I got you. Let me connect you. Porn POV
It wasn't started.
was created because of Diego.
No, it wasn't.
What does that mean?
Point of view.
But explain that. What that means.
So it's basically
in the porn industry.
So it's basically like you're basically in the scene, but you're shooting.
So you are in porn scene?
No. The point of view is basically like you're basically carrying a camera with you and you're shooting the act that's happening in front of you. So from your point of view. So basically you're holding a camera.
So you're in there.
No, I'm not.
No,
Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. Nothing of that shit started because of me.
I'm not even thinking about Azul right now. I'm just thinking POV. So if you're
point of view
means you're in there. So if somebody is S-ing a D, your camera is over there where the S and the D is.
No. It's right here. It's right here. Yeah.
Wait, so you're right next to the person who's.
No, I'm not. I've never shot. These guys were messing with you, by the way. These guys were messing with you.
So that was a fake lie.
Yeah, it was a fake lie.
Okay, so tell me.
Who lies are fake?
Touche. Okay, so yes, all lies are fake. And so explain to me your porn industry.
Okay. But this, I mean,
not regarding the fake lies, apparently. The truthful lies. Are they truthful lies or fake lies?
They're fake lies.
So how did you get into the porn industry? And then got into the wrestling industry?
So I'll start off with the wrestling because it turns over. No, because it intertwines. Okay. So I used to set up wrestling rings back in like 09, 08. And I used to travel. I was like 20.
And I feel like less than 21.
I was like 20. I was like 20 at the time. I was 21. It was in LA and San Diego. I was trying to be a pro wrestler, so I was training and obviously.
So that's how you got into the wrestling industry?
Yeah. So like basically it was like more about like building, like setting up rings, setting up stuff.
And you did this all on your own?
Yeah.
How did you set up a wrestling ring?
Well, not my own. Like I had a crew with me, but there was like multiple people. But you obviously learn how to put up different rings and stuff. But
so you had to buy the ring yourself?
No, there was like a promoter. They had the ring. We had a venue, an event. So it was a constant move of stuff around. At one point, I was living at a warehouse with a couple of guys and stuff. Not porn, but wrestling. So the reason the way I got into porn was they actually needed somebody to do camera work, and I was barely doing camera work.
But what do you mean, like, oh, they needed somebody to do camera work,
like
there were
cameramen.
people who
So
are, like, doing porn, like,
so wrestling. So a lot of people don't know. I don't even know why we're focusing on porn and wrestling, but
because I'm interested. What do you mean?
but porn
Porn
and
is interesting.
wrestling go hand in hand.
Yeah, I didn't
So
know.
so there was an old company in LA called XWF, which was owned by a person that owned amateur porn. So basically, he was having wrestlers sell DVDs, doing the hotlines, all this crazy shit. There's a documentary on Vice that they dictate all this stuff. Yeah, and so basically, porn and like
you don't make a lot of money doing wrestling.
no, you don't make absolutely any money.
Do you make more? Did people make more money doing porn than wrestling?
Yeah, of course. I mean, from the stuff that I saw, some people were getting like $1,200 to $1,500 per scene. So for a lot of people, like per scene, that mean like different angles. Like no, it's just one whole thing. So it's like where
Like one movie.
one movie. But you're just a part of one of the things. At the time, it was a couple studios that I was working for, but a couple they took me to a soundstage, which is soundstage where you record. Those who don't know the film industry, but you go to a soundstage, they have everything set up, and basically the guy in the marriage was doing porn, but he was doing gay porn. So he was like shooting, and it was really.
Why do you make more money?
You make more money. Yeah. Even you don't have.
But he was not gay.
He was not gay.
And his wife.
Yeah. But that's how much in the porn industry, a lot of people don't like you don't have to be like straight or gay or stuff like that. Like
it's a job.
It's a job. Yeah. It's like everything. It's like you go to a law firm or whatever. Right. It's the same shit. That's the misconception. People are like, "Oh, are you gay? You like that?" Like, no, motherfucker. Like it's just money. Yeah, it's just money. It is what it is. But yeah, basically that was the whole shebang they got into. But then after when COVID times hit, I started doing OnlyFans. I managed a couple of women's pages and stuff, and I was shooting content for a lot of different women.
When you say manage, what is like? Because I started OnlyFans.
So what I do by manage is like I would answer the DMs,
Stop,
like everything.
Do that?
Yeah, they're now it's like more robot based. Like you could set up a little robot greeting and stuff.
Messages. Like people like will DM me on Instagram, and be like, "Hey, like, are you working with a company or whatever?" And I'm like, "I don't do porn. So
yeah,
I don't need that."
Which I mean, in turn,
so that's essentially what you're doing, and you get paid to do that.
Yeah, well, I was at the time, but you know, people fall in love and shit gets out of control. No.
People fall in love with you?
No. Nah. I was saying I had a girlfriend at the time, and I kinda like pulled myself away, but
because you wanted to be respectful.
with different people, like there's like different content and stuff. Like there's the audience for everything, you know.
Okay, so going back to the porn, how did you get out of that? It just kind of died.
I just kind of was like over it. I wanted to do. I was just actually trying to train. Well, I was actually trying to be an MMA fighter at one point, and so I started training, and I started, started being more fruitful to me versus being in the behind the camera and doing all this stuff. That's a crazy life. A lot of people don't know. It's like parties, drugs, and alcohol, and just that life wasn't suited for me. So I started being vegan. I started doing jiu-jitsu. I started doing kickboxing, and I did that for a while. Yeah, I was over it. And
were you in that scene? Like, were you drinking and partying and like?
Yeah, of course. Who isn't? No, but like to be truthful, like there's a lot of people that don't do that shit, but it's very easy to fall into it, especially back when, like in my era, where I like to say my era because there was still like even in wrestling, there was still like drug abuse, there was still like a lot of people dying. It's the same thing in porn. A lot of people they'll lie about their testing and like people would get like syphilis or herpes. Yeah. You have to prove it. You have to take a test, but sometimes, but sometimes like testing is like sometimes diseases don't show up until later on, and like you get weekly tested and stuff. But
so you never dabbled in like your dick has never dabbled.
No. I'm desensitized to a lot of that shit.
You could be desensitized all you want, but you could still have somebody your. You know.
But yeah, but
But
that doesn't mean no,
Never.
no.
That's hard. I feel like I'm like
It's golden.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
Wait, I think that is called a golden star. Well, in the gay community, so this is not that you're gay, but what I've
shout out to all my gays.
what I've heard is that in the gay community, that if like a girl has never had sex with another man, like that you're a gold star lesbian. And same for a boy. So like if a gay boy has never had sex with a girl, you're a gold star gay.
Yeah, because you never.
Yeah, you're like you're basically a virgin. You know what I mean? Isn't that crazy?
I wouldn't believe in it.
Well, I don't know. I heard from lesbians that that's true. It's my neighbor.
Oh my god, it's my neighbor.
My wife is a gold star lesbian. Going back, so you got out of porn. Wait, so when did you finally realize that you didn't want to do wrestling? Because that's how you got into it.
I think I didn't want to do wrestling because I felt, like I said, I felt a lot of love with it. I was doing MMA. I think that was more fruitful. And I was competing a lot in not MMA, but like grappling. It was more fruitful to me. I think I got more satisfaction off of it than actually like wrestling and stuff. At the time, it was like a slow time in wrestling. Like they were going through a lot of stages in wrestling. I still kept my eye with like big companies and like smaller ones, but I definitely felt out of love with it. I think
doing it yourself.
Yeah, myself. Yeah, I think I was at until 2000, like I would say 15 is when I fell back in love with it, with like the independent scene here in San Diego.
Wait, so when did you move from LA to here?
So I would never move to LA. I would always travel. The Amtrak. Shout out to Amtrak.
I love the train. I love it.
But Amtrak trains were always part of my weekend and stuff. But yeah, so also a lot of that shit was always so yeah, so I fell out of love with it. I fell back in love with it. I stopped doing a lot of stuff when it comes to the industry. It wasn't until COVID, like I came back into doing a lot of OnlyFans stuff, which is cool. It was good money. Honestly, I used to just take photos of women or anybody, and then one of the clients was like, "Hey, do you mind if you were done like new photos?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course. I've done so many." And
did
just
you tell them about your porn background?
No, I never tell anybody.
I feel like that would make people feel more comfortable.
I don't tell anybody because I try to be very, especially in my profession, and I'm not saying the wrestling, but like photography. A lot of fucking photographers are creepers. They're like, and I've heard this. I actually done a podcast with an OnlyFans influencer who was telling me, he's like, yeah, photographers just want to fuck, just want to do this, just want to do that. It was a guy that no, it was a girl, but it was a guy that was like accosting her to sleep with him, which as a photographer is kind of like a no-no in the industry because then you get a reputation for it and people call you out. And I don't want to be perceived as that. I think I'm very artistic to a point where I take myself seriously in that manner, where I don't want to be categorized. So that's why it's hard for me to talk about the porn industry because it's a sheltered past of my life where I don't really talk about it. Yeah. And I want people.
You don't want people to be like, oh, he's the guy who does the porn.
Yeah. I don't want to be called like that. So that's why I keep it like on the like, oh, but I don't mind talking about it. It is whatever. I get questions about that shit all the time. So
I mean, it's interesting. Yeah. Porn is the part of society.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't think OnlyFans is going anywhere either.
Yeah. And they, you know what's so funny? OnlyFans and like Fancy, they've sponsored a lot of different stuff. Like all over like combat sports or even wrestling and stuff like that.
MasterCard owns OnlyFans.
So I think it's I think a lot of people, I think it's more accepting now because of the generation that we're growing in. I think like if we were still back in 2010, like it would be super frowned upon still. But now it's like, oh, more like, oh, I have OnlyFans. Okay, cool.
Congratulations.
Like, I think a lot of people are more accepting about that shit now. Like that's the thing I think I think we were talking off camera about like how generational stuff are changing when we're growing older.
And to be completely honest, I feel like with the feminist movement right now, a lot of women see OnlyFans as an opportunity to just capitalize on men's lust.
That's what sometimes it's hard because it's also men that are in there. It's I think in general it's capitalizing on the person's lust. Like I hear it all the time where it's like, oh, like I even heard it earlier. It's like, oh, that guy is super fucking hot. He probably has a big ass dick. So it's like, so that's what I'm saying. Like it's like it comes from Barry's like
no, like is it other boys or is it girls?
No, it's a girls. It's a girls and guys. Like, oh, that guy's like has a big fat thing.
So women and men are just sexualizing each other.
Yeah, I don't think I
see. I'm not like that, and I don't like. I'm out in society, so
I just think like we as a society have lost the fact of like being in love with somebody for the sake for respecting and loving and being open about just the things that you love, the things that you do, like how you are as a person. I don't think we value that a lot. Right. I think we're more about like, oh, titties, ass, dick. Like,
of the society we're in, it's just, it's literally everywhere. I mean, we go on Instagram, like you see a link tree, and it's just like, oh, yep, she got an OnlyFans, or like it's just. I feel like it's just how society is now. I
think it's so fast paced now that you don't have time to get to know somebody.
And I think a lot of people don't care. Yeah. Everybody is so self-absorbed in their own things that it's just like, okay, well, quick fix.
Yeah.
Let me just get it in really quick.
And I think with the fact that like, there comes a time where people can't accept that you're not trying to sexualize anybody or you're just falling in love with somebody just to fall in love. Like I've heard numerous times like, oh, you can't like there's no way. Like I've heard some girls say, there's no way a girl like me and a girl like my friend, men would just leave us just to leave us. There's always somebody else involved. And it's like, why do you like no? There's no like some people just fucking want to leave you because they don't want to be around you. Like that's a stupid. Like to me, it seems stupid to think like that. It's like very self-centered. But that's our society, where everybody's self-centered to a point. I'm not excluding myself. I'm not like that's just reality. But I also like think like it's a the porn industry and everything is just a quick fix sometimes.
So how, as a photographer, like was it hard for you to like not like sexualize women?
I'm human. Like of course I would like
so
think.
You just control it, and
but you have to you have to have discipline. You have to have discipline in that, and also think about like, hey, this person is paying me money, like to be that. You can't cross the line. Like this is a client that you want back that's paying you pretty good money. So it's like you got to think about like, okay, do I want to sacrifice my reputation? So you got to think about it that way. Like for me, it wasn't about like
it was a job. It was a career.
Yeah, it was a job. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna start fucking girls. It's a good time. Because I've heard that from numerous people. It's like, and pardon my language, but it's like, oh, you probably get all the bitches. And I'm like, no, on the contrary, I get a lot more friends because I grew up with all women. And also, but that's why there's also like a movement about speaking out when there's like creeper photographers. Like, I don't want to be known like that. Like, no, like I don't want to be known in that way by anybody. That's like, like I've been molested. Like I don't want to make somebody feel the same way I felt, and not by a man, guys. I just want to let you know, and never like by an older family member, woman, but yeah.
And then you said like not to like jump over.
No, yeah.
I don't really know how to talk about that.
Yeah.
But you said the wrestling industry, a lot of them do like porn and stuff like that.
No, so basically it was just like a couple stuff, like, but not a lot of them do. I mean, there's a lot of gay. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of like gay intercourse sometimes in wrestling,
Wait,
They're
like
like
for like money or for
no, just
funsies?
like for funsies. It's just
Wait, and
basically
then, so a lot of the wrestlers, and like not that I care, but
Mhm.
like a lot of the wrestlers, like to be completely honest, I don't know much about the
Mhm.
wrestling industry. At all I know is like WWE. Like that's
Oh, we
all I
should
know.
bring Tommy on here. Tommy's like this gay wrestler from Vegas,
Uh-huh.
and he's super. He'll tell you all the stories. So please don't say fake. Oh, please don't say fake. It is predetermined. It is predetermined.
Okay.
Yeah, because the thing is like a lot of people don't know. Like, once you hit the ring, there's no springs under there. There's like pipes and like cardboard. It's called bump, and there's actually people like it feels like you got hit by a car.
Wait, so if this is predetermined, why do they do stuff like that for
Entertainment and entertainment.
Yeah, but I feel like, but is there money in here to be
Not really. It's all purely out of love for it because they and I see it with my brother all the time. They put their body through hell. Like he comes back bruised, scratched, concussions,
and they do this because they want to do this professionally.
Yeah.
Like they love it, and
Yeah.
this is what they want to do.
Because a lot of them grew up watching all these guys like WWE, John Cena, Eddie Guerrero. See, so it's like the Attitude Era and like the
Oh, you like
Bella Twins. But that's like but that's the thing, like there's no money in this industry. So the thing is basically you're prostituting your body out.
really, yeah.
Like you're really but it's a lot safer, I would say, now than it was like maybe even 10, 20 years ago. Because a lot of those wrestlers that I was watching, like a lot of them die when they were like in their 30s, 40s.
Stop.
From like steroids, from like drug overdose.
So the industry now, are people steering? Are they more holistic now? Do they test for those types of things now? Or
Now in the big companies, and I think in the big companies they do. In the indies, we call it independents. The independent scene, they're usually more, um, I mean, free ball. Well, it's free ball. It's free ball. Like a lot of people.
funding like your Wrestle Kingdom or like who's
Holy damn, we dropping names.
I have a photographic memory.
We're dropping names. Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah.
But like, who's paying for these? Like, is it a company?
So it's not a so usually WWE is now owned by this company. The that was a UFC, which is TKO. They have a whole thing. There's another company called AEW, which is the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He owns a lot. He owns a team in England called the Fulham. He owns a.
Wait, hold on. So there's teams in cities.
No, so I'm just saying what he owns.
Oh.
He owns different stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's not like necessary, but also like a lot of like some of the big companies are like different. Like for example, like the Wrestle Kingdom you mentioned, they're from New Japan, which is in Tokyo. They're based out of Tokyo, Japan. Then we have CMLL, which is Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, which they're from Mexican base. They're from Mexico City, which is the oldest company. They're like 97 years old. That's the oldest company in the world right now. Then you have guys like from England called Ref Pro, which is one of the biggest independent European companies besides WXW, which is in Germany. So there's different.
So do people travel? So like, do all these wrestlers
Yeah.
travel?
So
Who funds that? They fund
so it's like people.
How do they make that? How do they do this? And where do they train? Like, I'm so.
So it's yeah. So it's like there's different schools. Like San Diego has a school. LA has multiple schools.
So what's the biggest city in America that like
Produces wrestlers? I would say
Vegas?
no. I would say LA, LA, and maybe New York.
Where is WWE? And is the main goal to get to WWE?
For some people, it is. For a lot of people, it's like it differs because you can make more. So the misconception is that WWE you make more money, but usually you could go to an independent and like you can make your name going up, and you can make more money. Basically, everything is streamed now. The beauty about nowadays is like you could stream a wrestling event on YouTube or different platforms, and you could be seen by WWE, by All Elite Wrestling, by New Japan, by CMLL, by different companies, and they'll hire you, they'll call you up, and they'll send you like a plane ticket. You get a guarantee.
So you get brand deals.
Yeah. So it all depends on how good. It also social media counts a lot. I don't think a lot like how we're doing our stuff. Like social media counts a lot. I think. Yeah. Like,
He sold out his first event thanks to social media. I think what happens is the sport is having a revival that's being allowed by podcasts, by social media, by live streams on YouTube, where you don't have to be a huge promotion in order to make a significant change in the industry or to make ripples in the industry. Yeah, I was like, I'll let him finish that off.
So basically, it's almost like a dying art to go, and I feel, to me, a lot of people don't see it, but I see it that way, like going out and dropping off flyers, dropping off stuff. I feel is like, to me, it feels like a waste of time.
Really?
Yeah, because
that's what I want to do with the podcast. It's always been my goal. It's like old school marketing.
I believe in old school PR. I don't believe in old school.
What's the difference?
So I believe in, for example, if I want to catch an influencer, which I'm actually working on that for him, he wants an event centered around these influencers. If that means I have to hunt them down at an after party, at an event, if I have to go knock on doors for our first event, I had to stand outside the Mexican consulate, and I had to speak to a consulate in tourism to see if they would guest at our event. So I was like, that's what I mean with old school PR, where you actually have to show face. Hey, I'm working for my clients. This is what we're doing. Pitch the event. We would love it if you guys could join us, just for that free press or being able to say, hey, these are our collaborators. I 100% believe in physically doing that. I don't care if people think it's old school.
So who's funding this?
So a lot of people use either sponsors or from the actual. They get somebody to like a sponsor that wants to fund, that loves wrestling, or like sponsor restaurants or stuff like that.
And who's going to these places?
So just ordinary people that love wrestling, just locals, depending. Because there's a lot of companies. So in San Diego, there's a bunch of independent companies. LA has their independent companies, and so forth. Like all these, we have all these different companies.
So the wrestling companies.
Yeah, the wrestling companies. So it's like you buy a ticket, like all these, you pay. You're paying.
Do people like actually go? Not to be. I don't mean to be mean, but like people like I had no idea this like even existed, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
So like who's going to, like, it's just fans who
It's just
like love wrestling?
it
Like,
could look
people who
like
just
you
love
and I,
wrestling.
like you and I.
But they love wrestling.
But they love wrestling. But
From a marketing standpoint,
right.
I do see that he's trying to do something different compared to his competition, like the other promotions in San Diego. People usually just want to bring in the stereotypical wrestling fan. And if you start surrounding yourself or attending these events, you'll see that it's almost always the same 30 to 40 people that pull up to all the wrestling shows, because there isn't that much of a family. But what Diego's trying to do is, I don't want just the wrestling aficionado. What I want is that mom finding something for her kids and her to do this weekend, or someone that loves Mexican culture, or someone that's interested in going to a Mario Logan festival, right? And so that's what he's mounting,
like tapping into like basically Monster Jam for like kids, or like the community, or like just different things.
I've heard like women are like, oh my god, that would be fun.
Yeah.
To go to a wrestling event, which is odd, because like I mean, to be honest, like there's not a lot of women that go to these wrestling events. But I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to change a lot of this stuff, the skepticism of like the bearded, like not the bearded, but like the beer belly guy that goes and like talks shit, or people like it's weird. Like if you look in Hollywood very much has a stereotypical wrestling fan, and it's not like that. It's like if you really go to the independents, it's like different types of people. There's like hipsters, there's cholos, there's like,
and do they know
goths,
do they
like,
know the wrestlers? Is
yeah,
that why
some of these people are like diehard fans. Like we've had people from Vegas drive out and like come from LA, from Arizona, from Mexicali, from Tijuana. It just varies depending on who you bring. To me, I think one of the
And they just find you from social media?
yeah. Also, I try to make my rounds to every wrestling company that the wrestler that I'm trying to bring I go to. Also, I try bringing it upon myself to be available to them, to any wrestler that wants to come, that I like and wants to come to work with me. I want them to see like I make the effort to go and watch you in the match, because I've heard people like, oh, I've seen them on YouTube, and like, but yeah, but it's different. Everything is super different live. You could watch like an example. You could watch Bad Bunny all you want on YouTube, but once you see him live, it's a whole different thing. So that's where I'm telling people is like I need to see this person live so I could get a feel of how he connects with the people. Like,
I think I know you had asked earlier, like, why do wrestlers put themselves through this?
Yeah.
It's because of the audience. It's because of and I can tell you that firsthand. Like,
They're entertainers, right? They're
in love with
the adrenaline.
My 2000 on Instagram. He told me, he's like, I love your brother. I literally drove all the way from Vegas.
Stop.
Because to him, you're a star. So I'm like, this is why they do it.
it's addicting. It's like drugs. It's like an upper.
Well, I mean, everybody has their addiction.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like an upper, like the crowd, the adrenaline.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Luna.
No, thank you for having me.
Mi corazón.
Oh, Corazón Espinado. Oh yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah.
February 13th.
We're gonna do an update where Darien's gonna be at the wrestling.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be fun.
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
Valentine's Day. Is it Valentine's Day?
No, it's the 13th. Actually,
wait,
it's
that
Friday.
is Valentine's Day. That's another. Isn't that Mexican Valentine's Day?
No. The fuck? That was a little racist. That was racist right there.
He's like, aren't you guys always on the same?
No, but it's like, but,
isn't it just like Mother's Day? You guys
but it's also Friday the 13th.
Oh my gosh! Hell yeah! Let's do it.
It'll be your YouTube.
No, really. Yeah, let's do it. My YouTube. I already have a YouTube. Can I dress up?
Yeah.
I dress to the occasions. Can I wear a Nacho Libre? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna
No,
come.
people actually work like the fans.
Oh, I really want to. I'll wear Aztec. That's your brother.
For Michigan.
February 13th, Mujeres Brew House. Come check us out. So anybody from your podcast that goes and says they watch this podcast, let's do 10% off on tickets.
Oh, perfect.
Promo discount. But make sure that they say that they saw. Yeah.
BDE Energy. BDE.
Yeah. That they send you. So
perfect.
How about we do that?
Stop. All right, boys and girls. May the force be with you.
The force be with you.
May the force be with you.
It's like Star Wars, but this is Star Trek.
I just did Zoltan too. That's from Dude Works My Cars. Stop.
Peace.
Thank you so much.